The episode begins with this girl who is holding a meeting with these people. She wants to organize a food competition where all the restaurants in the area will compete. Within 2 weeks, the repairs to the broken fence will be completed, and we will all work together to provide a suitable venue after ensuring security. This is expected to attract more people to this place. We will plant beautiful vegetables, some flowers, and a bright lighting to attract more visitors. At that time, everyone in the place talks about how it's a good idea because the hunters in these areas eat large quantities of food. Some people suggest giving a prize to the winner to increase excitement among the participants. So, they will collect the entrance fees from the visitors to cover their expenses and avoid losses. This competition will take place in 2 weeks from now, and they will prepare posters and notifications to distribute to all pedestrians in the streets to generate excitement among everyone. Then, the scene shifts to Lamis, and she talks to the people. They tell her that Hakan is very scared because the biggest authorities and food connoisseurs in the city will join this competition. They are incredibly skilled at eating food, even if it's not of high quality. This group is called the Gluttons, while the other group is named Shawikan. Hakan is deeply troubled by this, as he knows for sure that they can eat a lot, and their stomachs are not normal. They eat a tremendous amount of food. At this point, a man hits himself on the head because the situation has become so complicated that it seems impossible for them to prepare enough food for these two groups that consume so much. When Lamis asked Hakan about it, he possesses superhuman abilities that are enough to solve this crisis. He immediately transforms into a soda dispenser, and Helumi explains to them that this drink suppresses appetite. This means that if they serve this drink before the meals, it will reduce the amount they eat. However, the problem is that many competitors would prefer to drink water. So this person tells them that it's a simple matter. From now until the competition, they will announce this drink and sell it at a somewhat high price. As for the competition, they will make it attractive so that everyone can drink it for free. This will make them want to drink it more and more. Then everyone began to plead with Hakan to provide them with the drink at a reasonable price. At that moment, he agreed to do so, and they all thanked him for being cooperative with them. The scene now shifts to this large crowd with all the people present. While the cooks are preparing the food and the delicious meat, the responsible girl talks to everyone, holding a small book as if it were a microphone. She informs them that they are about to start the first food competition for the pure flow lake dish. Since there are many participants, they will divide those who pass the qualifiers into 2 groups, and the top 5 from each group will advance to the finals. There's also a big prize for the winner. The competitors from the first group are now asked to come to the stage. The competitors sit in front of the food, and the organizer informs them that the time limit is when all the sand in the hourglass runs out. Each contestant must finish all the food on their plate to move on to the next level, so they must eat quickly. The drums are beaten, and everyone is told to start eating immediately. The competition begins, and everyone starts eating. In a short period, the bears finish their food effortlessly, even before all the humans. Then this man named Jukan-san, the only human qualifier among the top 5, finishes his meal. The organizer then speaks about this grand event and informs everyone that the competitors from the second group will now proceed to the stage. At that moment, everyone ascends amidst warm cheers from the massive audience. Hakan is surprised to see that Shirley is also participating in this event. The girl begins to drum and instructs them to start eating. The competitors begin to eat, and the girl wearing gloves is the first girl to finish her meal, followed by Lamis and her friend. Finally, the time runs out, and the organizer informs them that there will be a break for 2 hours before the finals. Now, she will present a musical performance by a band, so they should enjoy this show until the competition starts again. For food and drinks, they are available for purchase during the show. The scene now shifts to these 2 soldiers who are heading towards Hakan. "You want some drinks?" In just moments, the organizer comes out once again. Then the organizer speaks about the competition, stating that these are the finals of the eating competition. All the participants will gather around one table, including Lamis, to motivate the contestants. The one who eats the largest quantity within the time limit will be the winner. They must eat until they are full. The bell rings, and the competition begins. Hakan continues to play music for the contestants as they start eating. Everyone eats quickly in an effort to win the competition, with the gluttons group eating extremely fast. It appears they are likely to win. When Lammas sees the gluttons eating quickly, she decides to eat quickly as well to secure her second plate. She manages to eat at a rapid pace and ends up winning the competition. Gokai doesn't seem to mind losing, but he gives an unexpectedly good performance. Then, we see Shirley looking for her prize. The competition organizer informs her that the first prize is the right to use Hakan for an entire day. Hakan had promised to help them if they needed it, so he agrees to this request. Shirley is happy with this, and her friends envy her as they feel left out, since she will have access to food and drinks all day without any cost. Then, Commander Kiriall and the deputy come out to congratulate Shirley, stating that she did a great job. They ask her to go with them, along with Hakan, for monster hunting. Shirley gets annoyed with them and tells them that Hakan belongs to her, and she won't lend him to anyone. She agrees to go with them at the appointed time. Then we see Lammas carrying Hakan as she strolls with Shui around the starting area. Shui hasn't visited this place in a very long time and has missed it. Lammas tells her that she frequents this place often. Hakan, on the other hand, is contemplating the words of Commander Kiriall and how he didn't understand his intentions when he said he would give up this time and not take Hakan from Shui. Shui asks Lammas about the exact location they are in this area. Shui suggests that they go a little deeper into the area, and they continue forming the plan until they reach this place. Shui then calls out to her companions, and the children come out to welcome her. They ask her to play with them, and this lady, the head of the house, welcomes Shui and her friend. Lammas introduces herself, and the lady welcomes them warmly and invites them inside the house instead of standing outside. They all agree and enter the house. When Lammas enters the house, she notices that the floor of the house is about to collapse. She places Hakan on the floor, and Shui tells the children that this box is a magical box. If they want something, they can press this protruding button, and it will give them whatever they desire. One child asks for fizzy black drinks, and another requests a light meal. At this point, Hakan provides them with everything they asked for, and the children are overjoyed. They happily drink from this wonderful drink, and their faces light up with joy because Hakan provides everything for the children for free, wanting to make them happy. Hakan then transforms into a balloon inflator, and he inflates balloons for the children. He then transforms into a water fountain to spray water on the children, and is also able to shower the children. They all express their joy, as Hakan is making them happy by providing everything for free. The house manager comes out and provides them with a container to put their wet clothes in. Afterward, Hakan transforms into a washing machine and is capable of doing the laundry as well. Then we see these two children in the bathroom, and they can't find any hot water. Today, it's their turn to fill the bathtub with the hot water. Then these two girls, raising their hands, tell the elderly lady that they were playing with Shui and forgot. The elderly lady thanks them for their honesty and their confession of their mistake. It's important not to cover up mistakes, but to acknowledge them and learn from them. However, they realize that heating up the water they've gathered with firewood will take a long time, so they decide to forego bathing for the day. Hakan hears this, and for the first time changes his form into a hot spring fountain, astonishing Lammas. She doesn't know what the hose is for, so she puts it in the bathroom tub. The tub quickly fills with hot water, and everyone, including the children, is overjoyed. They happily jump one after the other into the hot tub to take a bath, and everyone is in a state of happiness and relaxation. Afterward, the elderly lady thanks Hakan for everything he provided on this day. She mentions her concerns about Shui, who seemed troubled recently, but seeing her happy today reassured her. She asks them to take care of Shui from now on. In the evening, we see the children and everyone enjoying a delicious meal, and they are very happy. Hakan provides all these things for free on this day, but he wants to teach them that he accepts money and gifts. He doesn't know to what extent he should involve himself in such situations. Suddenly, Lammas comes to him and tells him that his light was glowing, suggesting that he might have been thinking of strange thoughts. Hakan realizes that he might unconsciously act upon his thoughts. Lammas advises him to have more confidence in himself because he was the one who gave them the delicious food and brought smiles to their faces. Hakan is surprised by her words because she seems to understand what he thinks despite being an inanimate talking vending machine. She expresses her concern, and he's pleased because Lammas was the first to find him. Afterward, everyone goes to sleep, and Hakan is amazed by the cave because he can't see the sky in it, and he can't distinguish between morning and night. Then Shui comes out to him and thanks him for everything he provided on that day. Everyone is very happy, and they can't express their gratitude enough. She tells him that the day was costly for him and promises to compensate him, but she needs some time. Hakan apologizes, saying that he doesn't want compensation for that, and thanks her greatly for thinking of him. He offers her a fizzy juice, which she was just desiring, and she drinks it all in one go, delighted. Hakan tries to tell her not to do that, because it might hurt her, but Shui informs him that the starting layer therein is a place that everyone who enters the caves must pass through. She expresses her regret, as it seems he didn't know this. She explains that unless one enters this starting layer first, and reaches the transportation circle inside, they cannot move to any other layers. Hakan understands this to mean that all the descent and trade merchants, among others, have passed through here. Shui tells him that many people in this layer couldn't reach the transportation circle for some reason. This place is where abandoned children gather, those who have never seen sunlight or felt the touch of the wind. Her wish is for everyone here to be happy. After chatting for a while, Shui asks Hakan to forget what she just said and mentions that she's going to sleep. On another note, we see a group of people coming to the cave. One of them heard about the existence of a magical deity in this place, and another says that the first customers came here not too long ago. The group discusses the possibilities but is interrupted when Hakan, in another form, starts emitting smoke. The people are amazed by the smoke filling the area, and they hear the sound of water and the rustling of the wind. However, their leader becomes angry, insisting that there are no rivers or springs here, and it's all their imagination. Suddenly, Hakan pelts them on the heads with chunks of snow, scaring them all away from the place. The next morning, Lammas, Shui, and the children reflect on what happened the previous day. They discover that the people they encountered were former hunters who set up a base nearby. Then, the grandmother tells them that she will leave for a while and brings her hunting tools with her. She entrusts the children to Shui and Lammas and shares her surprise at their seriousness because she hasn't seen this side of them in a while. She mentions that she taught them marksmanship, as she used to be an excellent hunter, often going on raids with the chief bear. Even Commander Kiriol acknowledges her superiority. After an hour, the grandmother returns with a smile, telling Hakan that no one will bother him again. Hakan notices the absence of arrows in her quiver and thanks her for that. He wonders if Shui will become like the chief one day. With this, our episode ends. Stay tuned for upcoming episodes, and please subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell.